Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 21 with our Detroit Tigers, and welcome to part 2 of the off-season that we're in, and we just reached the Rule 5 draft, so let's go ahead and get right into it. We of course have the first pick in the Rule 5 draft, which is actually pretty important because that shows that we're going to be having the first pick in the first-year player draft, which will be happening, of course, mid-season in June in the next year. So that was fun to see that we did end up getting the first pick in that draft. So that is good. Did not mean to do that. Okay, so yeah, looking here at guys that would be interesting to pick, and honestly, there are a bunch that interest me. First, Luis Alexander Basabe. Pretty good. Can play any outfield position really, but more of a corner guy. Probably wouldn't prefer to have him in center, but he definitely can play a capable center field. I mean, this 22-year-old guy, I'm not too interested in his hitting ratings though. Blankenhorn, no. Doesn't really have any discipline. Simon Muzziotti, no, although he is a decent, rangy kind of center field. Again, don't really like his hitting ratings. Ryan Noda, now he's a guy I'm pretty interested in as a kind of replacing the left-handed guy at first base for us. As of course, Jared Walker was not good for us last year. Okay, his hitting ratings really aren't anything special that I like. Tyler White, he's okay, I suppose. 31. I'd definitely rather have Noda though, and we have Hoskins to be a kind of our right-handed guy in that kind of platoon. Wow, this pitcher's really small. It's only 5'6". That's kind of cool. So yeah, he's a two-way player too, at least kinda. So yeah, I think we're going to Chas McCormick. I don't really remember him. But yeah, I think we're going to go with Basabe here. I definitely like his hitting ratings the best, and he can play any outfield position, which I think is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and take him, and I think we're going to pick Noda, and that's going to be the two guys we take in the Rule 5. Yeah, Noda's there, and it's gonna say that we should take a catcher because we only have one on our roster right now. Tyler White looks kind of interesting too. He's 31 though. He's team controllable for like 3 more years though. He can play a little outfield, more of a left-handed bat. Well, we're taking Noda. But do I want to take someone else is the question. Sort by potential here real quick just to make sure we didn't miss anyone. Here's a guy I know is kind of interesting. I know he was selected by the Red Sox in the Rule 5 in real life this past year. He has some decent ratings. His hitting ratings aren't that good in himself, but I don't know, he's really not that good at defense in this either. I mean, his ratings are okay, but his range is not very good. So I definitely wouldn't want him really playing any shortstop with those ratings. Logan Brown. I guess I'd be fine with kind of looking at those are all batters. Ooh. Okay, yeah, some of these guys are interesting. Zach Pop. Maybe extreme ground ball of the bullpen. Oh, absolutely, we're gonna take this guy. I like his ratings a lot, actually. Just check on this guy right here who's hurt. See if he's interesting. I mean, he's also pretty interesting too. Honestly, we might take both of them. There'd be definitely no harm in doing that. I mean, we'd be taking 4 guys then, but these guys' ratings, yeah, this guy's definitely not. He's not ready. I think the other guy we're looking at here is 24. Oh, wrong guy. Oh yeah, that guy's a hard thrower too. But yeah, I mean, this kind of like extreme ground ball stuff. I mean, oh yeah, this guy's got good stuff, good movement. I mean, doesn't have much control, but I mean, when you're throwing absolutely disgusting stuff, I mean, even if you can't really control it, I mean, people are gonna. Okay, well, I guess we've reached the max. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to take him. But I guess that is fine. Now, one thing I've been thinking kind of long and hard about is bringing in Buster Posey. I know we're really not ready to like contend yet, but I mean, with how much of a black hole like catching has kind of been for us in the past few years, I definitely am thinking about bringing him in, because I mean, I definitely want to transition into more of like the young team like that you can see that's like building, rather than kind of just total rebuild mode, which is what we've kind of been. And I mean, if our pitching stays healthy this year, I think that we could be more of that mid-70s win team this year. And with like, if Hoskins is able to be better, if like some of these bats have better years, Paredes and Dalbec have like continue to grow and have better seasons, like guys like Noda and utilizing guys in platoons like Hoskins just against righties, Noda just against, I mean, Hoskins against lefties, Noda against righties. I mean, that could be pretty good. Even like Candelario, he's really good against lefties, I believe. No, he is better against righties, that's right. But I mean, if we could get like a solid guy to split up the left-handed platoon with Noda, I mean, that would be pretty good. I mean, he's pretty decent against lefties, I guess. So, I mean, that's not a dire need, I would say. Almez, yeah, I doubt the infield is actually really going to shake up like this, especially if we bring Castro back up. Perez, yeah, he's not really ready yet. I'm just kind of looking at if we have any holes that we need to fill this year, but I don't. I mean, of course we have I mean, in itself, I mean, we're pretty much still have a long way to go, so of course we can improve in a lot of areas, but I definitely, okay, so Fulmer signs back on. That's good, and 40 man's full. So yeah, I mean, my plan was always to bring him back. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have shopped Boyd, because I didn't want to bring him back, especially paying the amount of money I'd have to pay him. But I knew I could get Fulmer back for a good price, but yeah, Turnbull will DFA him, that's fine. But yeah, I was always going to bring Fulmer back, because he, of course, wasn't nearly as bad as Boyd, and I knew as a kind of veteran guy I could get him back, and of course Boyd was probably the best starter available this offseason, so I mean, there's still quite a big market for him. I mean, he's asking for about $10 million a year still, which is kind of crazy, but I mean, we still should be fine in the rotation. That's not really the weakness of this team. And here, I mean, we're going to need to make a bunch of adjustments to the 40-man, which is fine, though, because there's not really, I mean, there's a million pitchers in here that I do not care about losing at all, because they've all been so bad for us in the past. Yeah, so 2 pitchers will let go. Walker, there's no point in keeping him around. Robson, sure. No point in keeping him around either. I think we needed to make 4 spots. I might be wrong, though. So Cahill, we want him up. Sangrani. Yeah, it actually is 4, I think. Okay, I literally just tried to do that and not sure what the heck is going on with that. Jose Herrera. And then Benintendi, of course, was just kind of the first big step forward signing we're making. He's going to be and left for us. I mean, not really making any money either, which is pretty great. So hopefully he'll be part of our organization for a while. Just see quick how the lineup kind of shakes out. In case it was him and Wright, Cousins backing up. I mean, there's definitely going to be a mix of guys. DH, I mean, we have a decent amount of positional versatility on our team. So yeah, Herrera's and Rogers will be kind of splitting time there. Looking at the rotation, Fulmer slotted in there. Cahill's not, but I'm sure he might later in the year. Jimenez, Barnes, all of the upgrades to our rotation. We should probably grab another lefty, just so we can have two. I don't really care who it's gonna be. As I tried to offer Bradley, but he did not want to sign on. Alvarez. Quick check. Oh, he was pretty bad last year. Whoops. Don't want to do that. I mean, whatever. I mean, we might as well bring him in. I mean, $1.5 million. Probably be less than that if we just offer him like 1.2. I'm sure he'd come in for that. Okay, so now we are here at opening day. So let's take a look here at the top 100 prospect list. Right away here you can see Jordan Walker here coming in at number 6 on the list. He is all the way at 4.5 star potential, at least on the OSA ratings. Only 3.5 on our scout, but which is kind of interesting. Our scout favors his defense a little more, so that's kind of interesting to see. We're up at 2nd, I believe, at the end of last year, but here we're 5th, which is fine. So yeah, Walker, Brendan White 2nd, 19th, but of course 2nd on our team. He's going to be playing in the majors at some point this year, so be looking forward to that. Michael Flores, who is only 19, he's still a ways away, our 6th round pick from 2020, so he is a little bit of a ways away, but so excited for him. And Riley Green, who is probably going to be coming soon to the majors, not this year, but most likely next year. Of course, good hitter, pretty good outfield defense, corner guy. So there is that. And now here we're just going to go ahead and trim down our roster for opening day. We do have just some quick things to go over. We have 3 injuries. Manning, who is still not back yet from his injury last year, but he will be soon. He only has 5 days left, but we're definitely going to send him back for a rehab assignment because we don't want to rush him back into things and get him hurt again. So definitely take him, let him slowly work back into things. And Mize, who just got injured a few days ago, actually, but it wasn't serious. It was only down for like a week or so, I believe, but we still put him on the DL. And Reyes is actually going to be on the shelf for quite a while. He's going to miss the first month, basically, of Major League time this year. So that is pretty much all for that. And now here, of course, trimming down the Major League roster. Pinero is definitely going down. Goodrum definitely going down. Jones definitely going down. Do not need him. Once Perez definitely going down. Benintendi is hurt. Okay, he's out for 5 days. Perez going down. 15. And of course, one of them is Wentz. So we're going to just need to send down one guy. So I'm not sure exactly who it's going to be yet. Daz Cameron, actually, guy who I've kind of forgot about in this organization a little bit. He's a great defensive outfielder in any spot. And I think with Reyes down, we're definitely going to keep him around as Enrique or Kike Hernandez is a guy we picked up. It was kind of a late off-season acquisition. He's just floating around. He's really good against left-handers, which you don't really have anybody who's good against them. So I thought that we would go ahead and bring him in. Let's see here. They're going to send Cousins down for now. And then could obviously send Hoskins down or anyone else. Is he better against righties or lefties? Lefties. Not by much though, but yeah, we're gonna let Hoskins kind of ride it out. So yeah, there's that, and then pitching, of course, without Mize and Manning to start the year, so definitely going to be missing them, but that is probably what the rotation will look like without them. Faedo, he's going down. I mean, we honestly have there's a ton of variation in who could go down. McKay, he was awful last year. I'm not really interested in letting him stick around. I'm sure no one will claim him since he was so bad last year. Do Scabals starting the rotation. I kind of like that. What we need to... Oh, don't do that. We need to send one more guy down. And Garcia... Houston. I mean, Garcia's had a long kind of run with us. Houston wasn't good with us. Or Garcia's been the major since we've started. But yeah, so Cahill's going to be in the rotation until Mize and Manning get back. That's fine. Zach Hess, he's an interesting guy. I don't know if I've really gone over him much, but he's been in our organization this entire time. He's been good, and he's actually looking like a pretty good reliever. I mean, he's got good stuff. He's got great. All of his pitches are plus, especially that fastball and that slider. I believe it's a slider. Slider, yeah. A 75 grade slider, which is pretty ridiculous. And Alvarez and Cingrani are lefties. And I think, honestly, I mean, that's really all we have to go over. We're ready to kind of get ready to start this new season here. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.